The saga continues. We're on Reddit and we have another guy saying sales down 30%, ads not working. And in this video, I'm gonna share an insider view. There is a guy in the comments who claims to be working or had worked for YouTube, for Facebook ads, for Facebook Meta, whatever. So I'm gonna read what's happening. I'm gonna give you my opinion, and let's see if we can come up with a reasonable solution. Was sent here from a different post from somewhere who spent $4 million per year on Facebook ads saying his sales are down 30%. Thought this was interesting because sales from my business are also down 30% and I spent around 200K per year on Facebook ads. It has seemed like something with Facebook ads has been off this year and I've tried countless new creatives with different deliveries and targeting strategies and nothing was working. Thought this issue was just me. Since seeing that post, I'm wondering if anyone else has a similar decline in sales this year. So this guy is spending 200K per year. This is a very decent ad spend for a small business. Maybe people who are running like bigger businesses, they're spending much more, but 200K per year, I would say, is a very decent ad spend. Here is the guy I told you about. This guy says, I used to work in core ads for Meta across the family of apps, so I know how to hack the system pretty well. The system is a mess over at Meta. I came into the company thinking it was the most sophisticated ad system in the world, but it really has so many gaps and loopholes due to various policy changes and operational enforcement hurdles that result in strange rankings of your advertisement rankings. He's talking about rankings. I'm not sure why is he using rankings, but basically what he's saying that he thought that Meta would be the most sophisticated ad platform, but from his experience, this was not the case. What he says is that I used to consult a lot of advertising optimization, especially knowing some tips and tricks from the 2 years I spent there in global operation and happy to share more for free. So he did 2 years in Meta. For example, don't add 2, 3 emojis to your titles as it often time times results in rejected ads depending on the industry your ad is in. Healthcare, politics, sexual nudity. So nudity is a no-go on Facebook ads. I'm not sure what this guy is talking about. Since the machine learning system will flag it as obf- obfuscating, maybe it's just me not being a native English speaker. Add engaging content to your ads to promote organic content growth as it tricks the ranking algorithm into thinking it's doing much better than it is if it was solely promoted advertisement, resulting in higher favorability to your ads for larger organic reach, hence the variability of impressions. So he's talking about ranking and how Facebook ads ranks the ads. If you open your Facebook ad account, you'll see conversion ranking, you'll see quality ranking. So this is what this guy is talking about. In my opinion, ads are direct. In my opinion, ads are decreasing in efficiency and the use case of using meta ads has changed tremendously over the years due to the oversaturation of the platform in low quality ads that don't result in conversion into paid material for customer, aka you, the advertiser. It's great to have million eyeballs on an ad spending 6 figures per year, but if it only results in 0 to 1% of paid sales, then you have to readjust your top funnel marketing strategy and go towards a different platform that yields higher conversions. TV, print, influencer marketing. So TV and print will be more expensive than Facebook ads for sure. Influencer marketing, it's gonna take tremendous manual work to just reach out to all the influencers and get them to promote your product. So I'm not sure if this is very efficient advice for small businesses. So he says the platform is great for reach and impression, but the eyeball quality you get, aka impressions, has decreased tremendously over time, coupled with the enforcement system and tricks that I learned are ways to hack the system to your benefit, But overall, I would recommend you. Div- so he recommends diversification in your ad strategy or find new novel ways to hack the advertisement system to your benefit. Good luck. Happy to share more. So he's talking about hacking the system. So could you hack Facebook ads? I'm not sure if you could do hack Facebook ads because although he says that the ad platform is not very good, it lacks, let's say, functionality, it lacks efficiency. They still have a lot of, let's say, bots and algorithms that will follow your actions. So if you do something wrong, you get restricted. So you need to be very careful when talking about hacking the system. And there are like a bunch of comments under this guy. And so somebody asks, please share more info about the hacks you mentioned. I've been convinced for a long time that my account has been penalized and is getting rubbish quality traffic. And this guy goes and says multiple campaigns for A/B testing on a small scale, and then optimize which one has greater ROAS, and then refine A/B optimization again using the thing that works and keep refining it for higher ROAS. Rinse and repeat. So basically, he's like his greatest hack that he has to share is just do a proper Facebook ads management, do things that work and turn off things that don't work, focus on ROAS. So this is like a very basic advice. And this is advice that everybody should know and should follow. So if you are not doing this, please go ahead and do it. A/B test different things. The things that work, A/B test them against different things. That way you'll get something extremely powerful. Again, yes, except it depends on your strategy, whether it's conversion, reach impressions, or signups. As the Advantage Plus is optimized for something, which would just have to monitor whether it's what you want. This issue is low quality leads since people want conversion. Yeah, while mention reach impressions or signups, pretty much if you're a small business, there are like two things you would want to do. You would want to have people to talk on the phone and close high tickets, or you would like sales purchases. You would like to make money with the Facebook ads platform. So do I agree that the traffic on Facebook ads is lower quality? It's very hard to say because we really don't know. We cannot take a look, but judging on the ad accounts, judging on the comments, here it seems like Facebook ads for sure are just anyway. So the third thing this guy says that who claimed to be working in Meta or worked in Meta, he says emojis in primary text are okay, just don't use too many. Each emoji goes through a, this word again, obfuscation policy. So it's crap shoot whether it's rejected or accepted. So the emojis, like I'm not sure why we're talking about emojis. They would, he says, if you use too many emojis, they'll restrict your ad accounts. But emojis just by themselves won't give you a 30% back in sales. So I find this somehow irrelevant. This guy, medium bit 3682 says something we're seeing with clients that is starting to work well is chaining ads. As I'm sure you know, most people don't buy on the first impression. The average number is 7 impressions before a purchase. So the key is to maximize impressions. What we have noticed is if you set up a chain or 7 ads that are retargeting people who have watched minimum 3 seconds of previous ad, then the lead quality impressions quality is much better. This will also allow you to see which ad is converting best, and you can start optimizing the chain. This also opens up a lot of cool strategies like targeting people who didn't convert on the 5% of ad and offer them 10% off. But this would only be offered to people who saw the 5% off ad. This allows you to keep good margins and early opt-ins while still converting the harder audience who didn't pull the trigger earlier. So basically, this guy's saying show a sequence of ads to people chain ads in a way so you could make them convert. I haven't tested this. This could be working. So usually when working ads, 80% of your results will come from one ad, a few ads. In most cases, in my experience, is a few. I have a few very good ads, and no matter what I try, I cannot beat those ads. So try this process. Try, the guy calls it chaining. I think sequencing would be like much better term, whatever. In this, doing this, you could just figure out a net that works for you very, very well. So a guy follows up with a question. Interesting. So you're saying divide the standard ad budget by 7 to run 7 different ads over the same time frame. Kind of yes. The best way to actually set it up is have one campaign with one ad focused on reach and the creative focus on awareness and not real sales. This is where you spend the most money. This ad creates the pool of your targeting. So what is this guy saying? He said optimize your ads for reach or impressions, and then remarket people who engage with the ad. If I get this right, then you make a second campaign focus on impression, but the ad spend doesn't have to be as high because it's only targeting people who watched at least 3 seconds of the awareness ad. So the budget at the campaign level, and then have the 6 creatives in this campaign retargeting people who watched the awareness ad. What is your budget? And I can tell you how to split it up. He says $40,000 for a week, which is solid budget. I would split it 20%, 25% awareness campaign, and 75% retargeting campaign. That should allow you to keep the pool of targets full and enough to push the 6 other creative to those people in healthier manner. Oh, I'm not sure if I would allocate the budget this way. I would allocate the budget more towards the code campaign. So this sounds a little bit strange to me. So I used to do a similar approach. I used to run campaigns optimized for video views, and then I would remarket to people who watched, let's say, I think 20 or 30% of the video. However, there is also a problem with that. I think a majority of the budget should be focused on the warm on the code campaign. So I would say 60 to 80% on the code campaign and 40% on the retargeting campaign, because you won't have a huge audience to retarget. So why spend so much money on retargeting? The audience in this case will be small, because only, let's say, if you run a net with like $100 per day, let's say 1,000 people will see the ad, and only, let's say, 100 people will watch the ad for 3 seconds. Why spend crazy money on remarketing? For me, this is a waste. I wouldn't recommend doing this. Okay. 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 And there are like a lot of people talking about our four ad on IG was giving us 13x ROAS for over a year. Then one day in Meta it dropped to about half and hasn't recovered. Even if you're getting like 6% ROAS, why do you go on Reddit to complain? I'm not sure. I wouldn't do it. Like 6% ROAS is good for any niche. Meta is pushing AI for market targeting, but it sucks. Friend who works there say that the ad team doesn't know how to fix it without undoing a lot of the AI shit they just kind of switch on in live operation. So basically, this guy is saying like Facebook implemented a lot of AI for their algorithm, and it's not working very well. But if it's like AI, if it's like machine learning, the more it works, the better it becomes. So I'm not sure. It could become like self-leaking lollipop at one moment, but I'm not sure for now. I think they're gonna figure it out. Definitely not a great year so far, but also gotta remember the summer sales slump. Unless your niche is actually good for that. This guy makes another good point. Right now we're in summer. I'm making this video in July. And maybe it's gonna get released in August because it's 30th of July. Yeah, it's been a weird couple years for sure, and it's hard to pinpoint because we know the economy is artificially holding up. We know that 3 years of COVID changed people behavior that are now coming back. He says that there are so many variations, and he look for a reason to keep trying and improve. He makes a very good point. The economy is very very bad. A lot of people don't want to admit it, but economy is actually very very bad. People are living paycheck to paycheck. People are struggling to make their car payment. People are drowning in debt because people are in debt for their car, for their home. So people are tight on money, right? People are tight on money, and something in general needs to happen to the economy. This guy says the sales drop 60 to 70%. Manual bits stopped working normally 2 weeks ago. So 2 weeks ago, if you do like manual campaign bidding, I also use a lot manual bits a lot. I had great results from manual bits a lot. The moment I'm recording this video, I'm just doing automatic. So maybe manual bits is something I should try again. We dropped around 40% from March to May, but this month 70% as well. Wish we didn't have to rely on Meta so much, but that's the world we live in, unfortunately. We rely on Meta. A lot of businesses rely on Meta. Without Meta, this thing wouldn't work. Without social media, without the internet, running a business would be very, very difficult. So without Meta or social media, if you want to like run a business, let's say you open a restaurant, in order for you to advertise your restaurant, you don't have like a lot of ways to do it. You don't have a lot of channels. You could go on for an ad on the radio, but radio ads are not cheap. You can go on local TV and get an ad running there. This is also not cheap. You can go on the newspaper and pay, but it also won't be cheap. You could go in front of your restaurant, give away flyers. It's cheap, but you know it takes a lot of manual work. With all those traditional advertising promotional channels, you cannot just spend like $5 per day. If you want to get your name out, you're looking to spend a lot more money. So the social media, meta ads, YouTube, whatever you want to call it, not just meta ads, but all those like new marketing ways, new marketing channels that are emerging in the last 20 years. Uh, are giving you a huge competitive advantage if you know how to manage them properly. And this is the case for me, guys. I'm just some dude living in Bulgaria. A few years ago, I barely spoke English, maybe like 10 to 12 years ago. I couldn't write well, but right now, thanks to social media, thanks to Facebook ads, I'm getting clients for my agency. I'm selling my agency service. I'm selling online courses. I'm selling ebooks, and this all works great for me. If it wasn't meta ads, if it wasn't the social media, I don't know what I'll be doing. I don't know what I'll be doing. So I'm grateful for the opportunity. Hopefully, Meta solves it. Do you think that sales are just down across the board? My organic sales are down 30%, as the other people I know in my industry. I just heard that Canon's revenue is also down 30% from an inside source. Maybe it's just the economy right now. So this guy says not only Facebook ad sales are down, but sales in general. So the economy is not booming. And I remember when I started my agency, the economy was booming, and it was like really easy to make money. It was really easy to get clients, and I was like, oh, if it's always that easy, I won't just like try that hard. And this was just me back in the day. Back in the day, I didn't have a kid. Now I have a kid, so I'm a lot more focused. However, yeah, the economy is like a major, major concern. Right now, what you could do, they're like emerging markets, economies that are booming. For example, we could say that the US economy is declining. We could say that the German economy is declining. We could say that economy in Australia, UK is declining. But they're emerging markets. And I'm gonna open BART and I'm gonna show you the emerging economy. What economies are emerging right now? I think economy in India is booming. I think economy in Philippines is booming. Here, yeah, we got Poland, we got Philippines, we got Nigeria, we got Egypt, we got Argentina. So there, like it's a market. Like on the market, some economies are performing well, other economies are not performing that well. Vietnam is booming. Mexico is booming. So according to this BARD search I did, China, South Africa, Russia, Brazil, So maybe if you sell products, you could think of ways how to sell your products in Poland or in Philippines. Also, another interesting thing, if you go on Facebook, if you go on Facebook, let me go on Facebook. I'm gonna go to my ads manager. Let me go to the ads manager. Something happened with my Loom. I'm not sure if you're able to see the screen. If I do create a new campaign, if I select sales, if I go Advantage Plus, it doesn't really matter. When you go to location targeting, where's the location? So let me change the location. If I click on browse, you're going to see regions. And here you're going to see emerging markets. And also Facebook recognizes the emerging markets. So Argentina, Brazil, Chile, Colombia, Egypt, India, Indonesia, Kenya, Poland, Russia, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, United Arab Emirates, Vietnam. Those are emerging economies. And you can target those economies super easy on Facebook ads, right? This is the idea. So maybe for some of you, this will be a very good option on how to target, right?